on YouTube. Hi, my name is Jasmine. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, get notifications, all that stuff. The reason why I keep stressing YouTube is because if you know me, then you know that I've always been a anti-YouTube girly. Like, it's always been, I don't have the attention span for YouTube. I don't understand how y'all watch those videos all day long. I don't understand how you find the people that you want to watch this closely. And then, never say never, here I am. I'm on YouTube. I kind of went down a rabbit hole in the last couple months, and for some other reasons that I'll get into a little later in the video, I ended up here, and it makes the most sense for me. So this is my first video, and I felt like this would be the perfect video to go ahead and outline why I'm on YouTube, why I'm going back to traditional blogging, and what this channel is actually going to be about. So let's get right into it. This channel is really to document a very personal journey of mine. So I have been a social worker, and if we're counting undergrad, I've worked in social work for close to 10 years now. I am a MSW. I have my master's of social work. I currently work as a school social worker for inner city public schools, and I love what I do. I'm not going to discredit it. It is a very hard job. It is a very stressful job. It is a very demanding job, but I do love what I do. I do get something out of it. At the same time, what I do is not what I think that I am meant to do forever. And I say that because I have always been a very creative person. As a child, as a teenager, I've always been super crafty. I've always been super visual. I've been a little delusional. Just gonna throw that out there. I've always been a little delusional. I'm a Pisces. Don't know if you can, it's a fish. Yeah, wasn't even planned. And I say all of that to say, I've been that way since I was a little girl. I always had like 15, 20 coloring books with me everywhere I went. I had a sketchbook everywhere I went. In school, I took interior design classes when we had exploratory and like the little modules online. Like, I've always been a very creative girl. And I've always been a very smart girl. There has been a lot of drilling into me the importance of being a smart girl, of getting a job with job security, of getting these degrees, of pursuing something that comes with a retirement and benefits, of taking the traditional route because there's security in it. And as I got wrapped up into that, I tended to make my creative side wait. So it was something that I did when I got a break. It was something that I did when school was out for the summer. It was something that I did, you know, when I could squeeze it in. And that's truly been the story of my creative lifestyle since college, since high school, really. I've been through a lot. And this isn't gonna turn into like, you know, trauma sharing or trauma bonding, but I've been through a lot. And because I've been through a lot, I've done a lot of work in the last recent years in therapy, figuring out who I am, what I want, and learning how to really self-reflect so that I can answer those questions for myself. And so I've decided that squeezing in creativity when I can is no longer enough for me. I want to do this full time. Like, that's not enough for me anymore, and that I owe myself, and I owe it to God, to not play with my creative gifts. I owe it to my inner child. So this is a very, very, very long way of saying that this channel is going to be about that transition that I am making from a very traditional career and lifestyle to a creative lifestyle and potential business. And when I say creative lifestyle, I really mean, you know, a life of design and color and all of the things that have been in here in me for as long as I can remember. So this channel will show all of the classes that I'm taking. Am I going back to school to get some experience in design? Because again, I have no experience. This is just something that I feel like God has gifted me with and that I've been able to do something with for quite a while on my own. Am I going to do a boot camp? Like, I don't know. We're gonna figure all that stuff out. We have the steps that I may be making towards a business. So what that process looks like, what documents am I filling out, what papers do I have to do, what taxes am I filing, like any of that stuff. As I'm figuring it out, I'm going to be sharing that as well. And then just the day-to-day things that I already incorporate into my lifestyle that just make me feel validated as a creative, as an artist, that help me overcome imposter syndrome, because it's going to be an entire video on itself. Imposter syndrome has kept me in fear and kept me stagnant for such a long time that, like, we're not doing that anymore. This channel will also be showing my creative process in general. So if you know, I'm really big into home decor and design, and so you'll be seeing me do some vlogging behind the scenes of like shopping, thrifting, antiquing, repurposing things, any projects that I'm working on, if I'm taking on a client and doing something for their house, or if I'm redoing this room for the millionth time. What am I up to? DIY projects, learning how to do dupes, because again, I'm a social worker, they don't pay me enough. So figuring out how to make something that's usually $3,000 for $500. Just all of those little things that I, again, have been doing for a while, but sharing that with you all. And I'm really excited to share that with you all. But I also want to stress that, like, this channel is really to document for myself this journey of like where I'm starting from to where I'm going to end up, because I am telling you, me and God be talking. I truly believe that I am in the right place. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm doing what I'm meant to do. And that because I am no longer taking my gifts for granted, me and God are going to figure it out, and I'm going to end up exactly where I want to be. So I'm really excited to share that process with you all. Why not do this on Instagram? Why traditional blogging? Why not do that again on Instagram or TikTok? And the reason for me is because I feel like Instagram lost me a while ago. And I know I'm not the only person that feels that way, but especially as an artist, I feel like Instagram lost me a long time ago. I still use Instagram. My Instagram info is in the description. Like, I still use it, but I do not use Instagram in the same way. And that is because as an artist, I feel like Instagram cheapens the process. If something takes me this long, having to reduce it into this for a reel or TikTok feels very cheap to me, and it feels very unrealistic. And I think that's why a lot of people see things and they're like, oh, I can do that. I could do that. Because it looks so simple in those videos, but it's an entire creative process. It's an entire gift. And I feel like Instagram cheapened that. Also, Instagram doesn't really promote artists in the same way. Instagram is very much based off popularity and influencing and fitting into that box that they want. And if you're not in that consistently, then Instagram's like, yeah, F you, gonna show you to 10 people and get out my face. And I just don't want that for myself. I don't want to feel constrained by an algorithm. I didn't want to feel like I'm putting stuff out, speaking in a voice that doesn't feel like my own voice because I'm trying to generate the most perfect caption. I wanted a space where I could show my personality, where you guys can actually feel connected with me. You can hear my voice. You can see what I'm doing. You can see the entire process. And hopefully it'll make you appreciate it more, because it makes me appreciate it more when I'm watching other creators and I'm seeing it from start to finish versus seeing, again, this snippet of their life. Instagram's going to be more so personal use for me. I'll be sharing things on there, but it's not going to be what you're going to get here. So YouTube is extra special, and I'm hoping to build community here. I'm hoping that that community will be very intentional and full of people who, again, connect to my story, connect to this journey, want to be a part of this journey, are really interested in what's going on, and that, you know, we can have our own little party over here. Because I wanted to learn something new. YouTube is new. It's a new challenge. Figuring out video equipment and lighting and setups and all that stuff is brand new for me. And I'm in a season of new, right? I'm in a season of learning and trying and not being fearful and calling myself an artist and calling myself a creator. So what better way to do that than to really dive in headfirst into a new platform and figure it out. And I'm also going back to traditional blogging. So if you know me, you know that I have had a previous blog, Soul and Substance. It was my very first creative baby. It came out of a time where, again, I was working my first 9-to-5 everyday job, and I was like, this cannot be life. I cannot do this every day for the next 30-40 years of my life. There's no way. And so out of that was born my first blog, and that blog has transformed and went away and all these things over time, but it was truly an outlet for me, a creative outlet for me when I didn't have one. And so I really wanted to bring ByElizaJoy.com. I'm doing this because I'm going to put the words here, but the website's not live yet. Don't go looking for it yet. It is coming. I will let y'all know when it's here. But I really did want to go back to traditional blogging because, again, no algorithm, intentional community. Those who want to see it will come see it, but it's also going to be a really good place to kind of display all of my work in one place. So you'll see any products that I might have, speaking it into existence, but any products that I might be having, portfolios, if you want to book a service, if you want to book a consultation or whatever the case may be, it'll all be on ByElizaJoy.com. It'll also have a little blog over there, which will, you know, be more written style of just things that I might have going on. But honestly, this is going to be the primary space for any type of blogs, conversations, things like that. But you'll still find a lot of good stuff over on ByElizaJoy.com. And it's mine. It's mine. Like, that's the best part about it. Again, intentional community, it's mine. If you're going there, you are looking for me. I am looking for you. We found each other. We're good. So yeah, to close this out, it's like having a meeting all the fucking time. Okay, I hope that kind of clarifies what this channel is, what this channel means to me. I hope that you stick around. I cannot stress how much and how personal this is to me, and the fact that, like, I really want to share this so that if there's someone else out there who feels like, oh, I'm too old to start over, college is too expensive, I can't afford to go back, I want to do this but I didn't even know it existed until now, or just anyone who's trying to take a very unconventional route to a life that they really want, I'm hoping that you find something here in this channel that makes you want to stick around and makes you want to try to do it yourself. I really want to be able to connect with people who are in that space as we navigate and we learn how to stop giving a fuck and just doing what we want to do. And life is too short to do anything other than what you want to do and to be anybody other than yourself. And so as I lean into that, I want to encourage others to lean into that. And I really can't wait to dive more into this with you all. I post on Sundays. We are aiming for weekly, but Sundays, it'll always be a Sunday. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.